Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Brahma Mira Striparam Takare. Vanusha Shiva Misuto. Udasha Gurusha Shukra. Shani Rahu Keteva. Sarvigraha Shantikara Bhavantu. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya. Well, greetings and welcome to another episode of Cosmic Kev 100. This is your weekly astro video zine where we take the signs of the zodiac, the planets, the houses, and put them together in a mix that makes a horoscope from information I've learned. And if you like this, I would love it for you to just subscribe. I need more subscribers. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, and I appreciate your comments. I've had a lot of really nice comments from you, and I so appreciate you for doing this and participating that way and letting me know what's going on with your life. You know, I have a new Sag rising friend, so that was nice to see you in there. Welcome, brother. Yeah, so subscribe, hit the notification button, the like, all these things definitely contribute. So this is for the weekend beginning Friday, May 11th. May 10th, pardon me. Friday, May 10th, 2024. Now, looking at the sky today, I would see the moon in the constellation of Gemini. And this is one of those times where we're getting into the final degrees of Gemini in the Western zodiac, so that it's actually in Gemini in the Vedic sidereal zodiac too. So the sidereal zodiac is where we'd see it, actually, the Vedic zodiac. So this particular lunar mansion is known as Mrigashira. And Mrigashira is half Taurus, half Gemini. It's ruled by Mars. And its ruling deity is said to be Brahma, I believe, or perhaps even Soma, for its relationship with the moon. But the story is that Brahma created a daughter that he loved so much that he lusted after her and went after her. The daughter turned herself into a deer. The deer fled, and Brahma turned himself into a stag to pursue his daughter. Now Shiva, seeing this, to avoid cosmic incest, cuts the deer's head off. Deer's head in the sky. Instead of a man on the moon, it's a deer on the moon in Vedic tradition. And what this really tells us is that our curiosity about things that may not be appropriate, but we think it would feel good, can often cause us to lose our head. And, Taurus is ruled by Venus. That's a Raja planet. Raja planets are about passion. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is a Raja planet. It's about wanting money and wanting technology and information. And there's never enough love. There's never enough information. There's never enough creativity. There's never enough material things to satisfy us. And so that's why both Mercury and Venus are the Raja planets. So there's a little story for you in regards to that. Well, the other thing happening is this weekend, Mercury goes into Taurus in Western astrology. So that upfront thinking we might have had with Mercury and Aries is going to slow down a little bit. And, we'll have our mind on our money, and our money on our mind might be the thing to say with that. But regardless of that, we've got a sun in Taurus. The sun will move into sidereal. Sun's in Gemini, actually. Sun's in Aries, pardon me, in the sidereal zodiac until Monday night, Tuesday, and by by Tuesday, the sun will be in Taurus in both systems. So, and with Jupiter being there as well, we should be seeing a certain amount of stability, a certain amount of wanting to make peace, a certain amount of enjoying more sensual pleasures. You know, you don't want to eat too much, especially if you're in the northern hemisphere where it's going to get hotter and hotter as the weeks go on. It certainly is here. Beginning with this, Thursday, the day before Friday, when I made this video. So, with that said, we're going to start with you, Aries. Greetings, Aries. Welcome to your horoscope. Mars is in the first house. You've got a lot of energy. You've got this dynamic feeling. Sun, Jupiter in the second house, Mercury moving over there. You've got a lot to say. There's a lot on your mind. There's things involving family, things involving finances that you're going to be looking at this week. This weekend looks kind of like it looks good, for the most part. It looks like you'll be in with neighbors and community. Good week, actually, weekend to do some gardening, dig up some dirt, because the moon will be in Cancer most of the weekend. Greetings, Taurus. Welcome to your horoscope. And, if you're a Taurus having a birthday this week, I just want to say happy birthday. I'm going to wish a happy birthday to Rose Tulin, who I believe is turning 45 this week. So happy birthday to Rose, and happy birthday to Phil Harold, to Susie Lawing, to Josephine, and even to Randall Stone. All these people having birthdays this week, and there's probably many more I know that I can't get to, but happy birthday to all of you. So, you're coming into your element, and this is a real time to feel celebration. This is a time to feel a maximum amount of peace and soul purpose. And Venus being in Taurus as well, it's just sort of like love is there, and love is the healing power, and welcome more love and more healing in your life. And it's a good weekend for doing things with siblings, doing things with neighbors, taking a short trip, getting out in the community. Okay, greetings, Gemini. Welcome to your horoscope. So, it's always darkest before the dawn, and when we go through a 12th house transit, like where the sun and Venus is, and Mercury is going to be moving in there too, it's sort of a place of loss, but it's also a place where we have gains if we turn it over to the Supreme Godhead, to the Divine Savior, and to immerse your head in godly thoughts, because this is the house of the ashram. This is a house where we really need to pursue spiritual truth. And there's those who, definitely claim to have spiritual truth and say astrology is wrong. And they're the same people that, also acknowledge the wise men who were astrologers seeing baby Jesus and stuff. And, there's some strong warnings against astrology in Leviticus. And the same warnings, they say if you have a rebellious child, to stone them to death. So I think you really need to take these things with a grain of salt, because most of these people are, what I find, these are righteous believers, self-righteous, versus wanting to welcome people. Instead of having the love, they want to be smart, and they want to correct people. Maybe they sincerely want to make sure people don't get judged and sent to hell. Do you really believe that God is meaner than you are? I think that's just a question I ask myself daily. It doesn't seem to match up with the good shepherd or the father and the prodigal son or any of that. It seems to match up with some kind of really crazed person that once you get on the line, you're worthy of death and being squashed. It's heavy, But I think, that's why I like in the Lord's Prayer, there's a saying, forgive us our debts and trespasses as we forgive those who, from their debts who trespass against us. And there's like this whole thing in the Gospels where the woman suddenly caught in the act of adultery was about to be stoned to death, and Jesus said, he who is out without sin can cast the first stone. Every one of those people left, starting with the oldest person there. So you can really see youthful ignorance and self-righteous behavior. It's not about grace, and I would try to avoid any of that at all costs. Stay in the grace, folks. Stay in the grace. Greetings, Cancer. Welcome to your horoscope. I mean, you look at all these planets here. They're in a lot's in your career house, which Aries rules, and you're taking on leadership. You're getting rid of evil at work. You're doing a lot. Your social life is in focus during Taurus time. Taurus is really where the moon gets exalted as well. And so for Cancers, it's a happy time. It's a time where you can make money, friends that are valuable to you, older siblings, your social life. This is much more in play right now. And good things are happening. That's what I'd say. There's a lot of personal transformation with Pluto in the 8th house in Aquarius, although Pluto's retrograde. I mean, it's coming closer to Earth, and so we're going through some Earth changes right now. And just be the voice of reason. Direct your feelings towards gratitude. Greetings, Leo. Welcome to your horoscope. I mean, your key phrase is I will. And the sun is generally about soul purpose. Sun in Taurus, that's the midheaven for most Leo risings. And so if you're Leo rising, your gifts are cooking and gardening and making art and music and beautifying things. And really, that's what the Taurus midheaven is about. It's being a beautifier. So, my message to you this week is do more to beautify your soul. Be grateful if you have love in your life. You do. We always do. Even the trees and the grass and the insects, all the creation actually has a little bit of love for us if we look for it, if we try to commune with it and recognize it. It makes life better, because when you see more life, you see more God force, you see just better things. And better things come to you. And so, just keep on with that. Greetings, Virgo. Welcome to your horoscope. I mean, Taurus time is a wonderful time. It rules your 9th house. This is the luckiest time of year in a lot of ways for Virgos. And Mercury moving into Taurus this week, too, really emphasizes more of that luck, more of that good fortune. But this is a good fortune that's like, once you get a little good fortune, to give a little money, give a percentage of it to help somebody who's poor, someone who's in trouble, someone who needs lift that doesn't have an upliftment in their life. And I mean, not so much political parties, politics. Let me tell you, people, they're all run by heavily moneyed forces that are so beyond the parties. And you can look at the little surface things, but those surface things are not at the root. There's a lot of plants that are beautiful, like a rose. But if you just grab the rose because it's beautiful, you might get cut by the thorns. And so a lot of surface things in our life look attractive, but we're not looking at the whole picture of what it could possibly do to us. And Virgo, you're really good at looking at things deeper. You're better at looking at things with crucial analysis. But I've seen some Virgo risings that ignored a lot of science that wasn't necessarily science put out by legacy media, even the more recent legacy media. And so they're in a place of disbelief. How could these alleged organizations supposed to heal, be dealing with health, present something to people that would hurt them? And yet some of these very companies are admitting, yeah, we hurt a lot of people. It was a minority of people. So, but it might have been a 2%, it might have been, well, 25% of the people know somebody who died. Oh well, let's just move on through. Don't look at the man in the box, Wizard of Oz stuff, So just have some compassion, have some mercy. And I come from a place where in my generation, we questioned authority and we valued free speech, even if it was hate speech or something that was not pleasant. Say, well, okay, let it out. Have you got that out? I'm still alive. You're still alive. Sticks and stones will break my bones. Names will never hurt me. That kind of mindset can help in a lot of ways. Greetings, Libra. Welcome to your horoscope. I mean, you're the we balance sign, and everything with you is about relationship to begin with. I mean, you look at all these grahas. So a lot of things are influencing your relationship right now. Now, you're transforming the way you feel in your heart. You're transforming the way you feel about your children. Exercise, swimming, consistency, these are the ways to get healthy. Relationships, it really requires some diplomacy. And there's maybe a high charged libido, an interest in the occult, an interest in sex, death, other people's property, what happens after you die, those type of things, because this 8th house is really active. And so, like, a lot of things that you would normally be in control of, you're not in control of. And understanding that and asking other people for help. I mean, as long as you're not one of those people that's constantly asking people for help, we all know those kind too. You're going to be good, and people are going to come to your aid. So, loving that. Well, hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your horoscope. So, I mean, with you, it's about working with what you got and overcoming agitation, overcoming obstacles, just keeping a serene mind and being at peace. Partnerships, relationships are everything. Taurus is your partnership sign, and Taurus and Scorpio make really good friends, actually. They have this ability to understand each other. It's kind of like Taurus can be really stubborn, but overall kind of positive and satisfied. And Scorpio can become somewhat unsatisfied, but also has this ability to kind of promote, hey, let's kind of change the way we look at things. Let's look at something on a deeper level. And so that water, and there's a lot of emotional empathy too. There's this like, oh, I can feel for that person. I can reflect. That's part of Scorpio too. And so there is this transformation that you're bringing, and in your family and in your inner life, there is this place that sometimes we have to go over things that we're trying to change to make them better in the future. Greetings, Sagittarius, and welcome to your horoscope. The old saying, a soft answer turns away wrath. You still have a lot of good things going on, and you've been in your heart. Taurus season signifies going to work, and it's the kind of work where we're helping others. It's the kind of work where we're receiving blessings. We're doing, what we say about a 6th house transit is it's actually doing the good work and the hard work to make the 12th house transit of loss less of a loss and more of a good place to be. So doing the work, that means the work on your health, on your diet, the work with giving donations to charity, helping others in need. This is what's going to bring the ultimate fulfillment for you and help you move forward. Yeah. And greetings, Capricorn. Welcome to your horoscope. So, I mean, this is, judging by these planets, this is an introspective time for you. This is a time to really go within. But Taurus is your 5th house. And 5th house is our children. It's our creative projects. It's our ability to take on leadership, take some risk, take some courage, take some ability to be more educated, more open-minded to learning things. All of these things are about the 5th house, which Taurus rules. And it makes you also kind of like the 9th house, like a little luckier than usual. So these are the fortunate things. So we'll talk about Saturn and Pisces. That's your relationship with your siblings. That's your relationship to your neighbors. That's your relationship to your environment, your ability to take trips, to be mobile, working with your hands, working with your lungs, working with information. It's like a library. So you're learning a lot during this time, and I think this is making you smarter than the average bear. Okay. Greetings, Aquarius. Welcome to your horoscope. So yeah, Pluto gives you insights. So if you're like an Aquarian born on, say, January 22nd, this is like you're somebody who's experiencing a lot of personal change. And even if you're an Aquarian born on the 20th, or even if you're a Capricorn, Aquarius cusp on the 19th, or somebody born on like the 24th, 25th, you're all feeling the Pluto thing. It's like, wait a second, this isn't necessarily what I signed up for, but it's not necessarily all that bad, but it's not, there's an uncertainty, and I need to look within in order to get a clearer vision about what's going on. So looking within is going to heal things. Taurus is your fourth house. That's family. That's ancestry. You can learn a lot about ancestry. It's also fixed assets like real estate, even a vehicle that you want to sell, some big price item. So these are some of the things that you might be more focused on during this time. And, you know, things are going to lighten up by the time we get into the week after this. But meanwhile, you know, work with what's in front of you. And, you know, make donations to help others. That always helps. Greetings, Pisces. Welcome to your horoscope. Okay, so Taurus time is about friends, siblings, community, your neighborhood, taking short trips, gathering information. It's a library, working with your hands. If you've got creative projects, it's also a place. Third house transits are where we get courage. The third house, like if you have Mars going through your third house, it's considered to be a karaka, or an activator of the third house. So Mars right now for you is in the second house, and that tells you to be careful with your speech, not to be too aggressive. And, you know, and Mars and Rahu are together in the North Node, and so there can be kind of like this groundless place, and Rahu, the North Node, can make you feel like a foreigner or somewhat alienated in some way. But, you know, Mercury going into Taurus should calm down the situation this week. There should be resolve, there should be preservation, there should be restoration. That's really what we want to be looking for. And so, you know, keep the faith, keep the vision, and bloom where you're planted. Thank you so much for joining me this week. Once again, please subscribe, hit the bell notification. I love your comments, so keep them coming. Om Shanti 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 Om Tat Sat.